Hey guys, and welcome back to the Lettered Classroom. I know you guys are expecting a vlog, and I promise you we're about to jump into it. So I wanted to let all of you know that on my blog store, I am gonna have it up for 30% off all of this weekend and going into a Monday at midnight. So Monday at midnight is gonna be the cutoff. I also wanna make sure that you guys know that along with the 30% off, the phonics bundle is gonna be reduced and then also get another 30% off on top of that so that you guys can go and take advantage of that so you can use it inside of your classroom. I'm gonna have right here is going to be the code that you're going to use to get that 30% off and take advantage of it. And then the link to my blog store is going to be in the description box. So be sure that you guys go and check that out. Take advantage of the 30% off so you can find some really good goodies that you can use for the new school year. Okay, it's time to jump into the vlog. I hope that you guys enjoy it. Go ahead and give the video a thumbs up if you're super duper excited. Bye! It's been a week since I've been inside of the classroom, and we are here kind of assessing what it is that we need to be doing. And by we, I mean my husband, my kids, and myself. I wanted to take some measurements of certain areas and figure out exactly what do I need to get. So we're gonna literally be sitting around figuring out just the design element, because I think that's the part that's slowing me down, is I can't figure quite out what is it exactly that I want to get done. Air conditioner's still not on, and that's okay. I'm just gonna deal. I promise I won't say that I'm hot.
100 times.
100 times. Maybe like 3, 5, 10, whatever. Anyways, so my sister was here this past weekend, and we had a really nice time. It is Tuesday now, and she left this morning early, so we figured we would come into the classroom, figure out exactly what it is that I need to get done. And it's a mess in here. Do y'all see it? Like it's messy. There's the kids. There's the husband. It's messy. It's about as far as we've gotten so far. We made it through the door. All right, y'all need to get ready, because this week the classroom is finally gonna start getting set up. I am so excited. So here's what I've got planned. I'm gonna show you, turn you guys around and talk you through what we're gonna be doing in each of the little bitty areas. All right, so looking at the very front of the room, here's what we're gonna be doing. The choice is gonna stay, the books are gonna end up staying, the colors are gonna stay, all that's staying. We're just gonna add to it. I want you guys to keep in mind that my room is the fantasy room, so everything's gonna have to be really exaggerated, really big, very mystical, very like otherworld type of look that we're going to try to go for. So what we're going to end up doing is we're going to put some Spanish moss around the actual whiteboard itself. I'm going to try to see if I can find like a dragon, butterfly, fairy to be able to cut out with my silhouette using some cardstock, and then it's going to be like coming off into the choice, like where it's really heavy and then it lightens up and it's gonna go into the choice. That's gonna be what's gonna go here. At the very bottom, we're thinking about very big, exaggerated, like mushrooms and more moss and like flowers, that kind of thing that's gonna just add to that effect to it. Then over here in this little area where we have like this blank, I don't know, it's like just a blank wall up here. It's all just very boring. I have figured out how to make very large paper flowers. So it's going to be just bushels and bushels of flowers that are coming out on these walls. It's gonna be so cool and so gorgeous. We're gonna attempt to try to do the stick arch that I wanted to do. So it's like the branches that are coming out. It's a big, huge arch. We don't know if it's gonna end up working the way we want it to work, but we're definitely gonna just try it, because we could always end up changing our mind later on. Then back here in the very back, we're gonna have vines. So the vines are gonna be coming out, going up into carrying off, and then we're gonna have hanging lanterns that are gonna give that little bit of a 3D bouncing off the wall effect. Back here, it hasn't gotten completely and totally planned, but I will tell you that there is a dragon in the mix for this little area back here, so that's going to be really exciting. So here's what I need to be doing right now. I need to go to Five Below to make sure that, to see if I can find TVs, trays, some stools, rugs, and these are like little bitty ones, and then lap desks, and then I'm gonna look to see if I can find some pots there. And then Michael's, I need to look for the moss. I've ordered vines, so I don't actually need vines from there. And then some floral wire. I also need to go to the Dollar Tree to be able to pick up some poster board. I need to get some frames and tea lights. And then that's really about it. Oh, I do need to pick up my hot glue. So today is more of just like the shopping day. I'm gonna end up going home, doing a little bit of crafts, trying to get some of the flowers together so that I can start seeing some of those things get put up. Because this week we are like hightailing it. My husband went out because we also measured the floor itself. He's gonna figure out how to purchase the kind of green grass carpet look that we wanna go for. So, with that all being said, let's go do some shopping. So good for behavior systems. Definitely come and get it at Five Below if you need a cool behavior system chart. Just got done in TJ Maxx and Five Below. Didn't quite find exactly what I was looking for. In a second, please. Didn't quite find what I was looking for. Didn't find my laundry basket in TJ Maxx, which was kind of weird because that's where I found the boys' laundry baskets. And then I went into Five Below, didn't find two of the things that I was, actually three of the things that I was looking for. So I never showed you guys what I got yesterday from the store. So I did a little bit of shopping. I ended up going to TJ Maxx. I went to Five Below, and then I went to Michael's. I never ended up going to the Dollar Tree. And then I needed to also go to Walmart, but I didn't have that one on my list for yesterday. So I went to all of those places, and I didn't even find some of the things that I needed. I needed a lap desk. I needed a lap desk. I needed TV trays. I needed stools. Didn't find any of it, but I did find a few things that I would like to show you. And there are just like random little bits and pieces that I found like at each of the stores that I thought were really cool and like interesting to have. AKA I'm a hoarder and I just like to collect stuff. So I'm gonna show you guys what I ended up getting. Okay, so I found this one at Five Below. I wanted to do a video on some of the different behavior systems that I've ended up trying over the years. This was kind of one that I tried, I think it was my second year that I ended up trying this one, and I had like little names on there, and the kids would be able to collect popsicle sticks. So I'm going to be saving this to be able to show for a video that I'm going to be doing pretty soon. I found a felt map. I think this is going to be for more home use than it is school use because I thought it was extremely adorable. For the world, and then the kids can put like their little animals on it. Look how cute that is. I loved it. My sister talked me into getting Love and Gelato, which is a really cute story. I think it's about a girl who uncovers a magical world of secret romances. I don't know. It sounds awesome. I ended up getting some glue sticks, which you'll see why I got the glue sticks in a minute. I also got a Harry Potter coloring book. I like to make these into bookmarks, so I just cut them into like little strips and I put them onto construction paper, and the kids like to have them as, oh, that's a cute one. Oh, I missed it now. But the kids like to have them as bookmarks. I also got some mechanical pencils, which is more home use than what it was school use. So, I don't know. And they're fine. I'll show you guys what we do with these in just a second. We end up taking out, because my brother-in-law, and I'll just go ahead and tell you, but my brother-in-law told me that if you take out the springs inside of a mechanical pencil and you wrap it around the cord of like your iPhone cord, you know, where it always gets bent and it ends up not working, but if you wrap that spring around it, it'll prevent it from bending. And he said his cords have lasted forever. So I ended up doing that because we have issues with cords at my house. I did find some moss. It ended up being $6.99 for the moss after I used a 40% off coupon from Michael's. We're gonna see how much I can actually cover my board with. So we'll see how much it ends up having to be, and this is one of the things that I'm gonna get done today. Y'all know that I have found some little organizing cups at the Dollar Tree, and I ended up finding this one at Five Below, and this one has like a little pack. So I thought it would be really nice to use. I might try them out in my junk drawer at home, so I'm not sure. but I found them. I thought they would be a great idea, and it has like a different sizes in it, which is really nice. Found a Yankee candle. Actually, I found 2 candles. One of them is already burning, so there you go. I also found a lantern that I thought was really cool. I need to pull out a lantern that I have downstairs, which is like an all black, really big lantern. And I thought it would be really neat to pair this lantern with my large black one that I have, to place it somewhere in my room to kind of add to that mystical creature fantasy world. I came home and I started making flowers. So you guys are gonna see today, because I'm gonna try to put them up in just a little bit. But we started making these really big, extravagant, large flowers. They're so beautiful, and I'm loving them. And some of them are a little bit weird and different. We've only got 4 done because they take about maybe 5-10 minutes each. And then we were watching TV on top of that, so it took us a little bit longer. But here is a sneak peek at some of the flowers. Like, this is my hand. Because it's gonna be a fantasy room, my room is gonna be a fantasy room. We wanted to really bring in kind of that foresty feel to it. So we went to Lowe's and I did an IG story on it. And I found a pretty cheap carpet, because y'all, like, AstroTurf is expensive. Like, it would have cost me probably about $300 or $400 to get like real looking grass. So I ended up going with the cheaper version, because we all know that the kids are gonna pick at it. Look at my carpet! It's very green. Do you guys feel like you're in a forest? Yes. Because my room was fantasy, I really wanted to bring in like that foresty feel, and I found this carpet at Lowe's while we were looking for flooring at my house, and it's fairly cheap. It ended up costing us about $70. Yeah, about $70 to be able to get a 12 by 15, which pretty much fills up my entire room, which is what I wanted. Right now what we're gonna do is we're gonna go get some benches to kind of really add to that feel. So I think it's gonna be okay. I know that the kids are gonna end up picking at it, but they would have picked at the $300 and $400 version as well, which would have probably actually made me madder. So this is a good option. I'm gonna show you guys up close. You see that? Do you see that? There it is. It works. It feels comfortable, which is nice. The other thing with like the AstroTurf is we thought that it wasn't gonna be very comfortable for the kids, because it would have been like too much grass. I don't know. But this is a really good option. So if you're looking for something to put in your classroom and you don't want to spend a lot of money, so first year teachers out there, if you're looking for something, definitely head out to Lowe's. In the very back section, they have these huge rolls of like carpets that you can buy. Go and check those out first before you go and spend an absurd amount of money. Huh?
And you decided, because a lot of people showed you green carpet.
Oh yeah. I didn't want to do a green carpet. I wanted it to have some type of a look to it, and because this has like more of a texture, whereas like regular carpets don't have textures. So I wanted that texture feel to it, which I think this kind of gives me it's a good compromise where I'm not spending too much money. I still get that little bit of texture. It's not as expensive looking or real looking, but still it works. It's gonna be great. Look at that. Look at all that color. Green's my favorite color. Green's my favorite color. Love it. Now, we are gonna go get some benches, because we got permission to get some benches that are in the school. So I'm gonna pull out the benches and bring them into my classroom. You never know until you ask, guys. And I asked, and he said yes. So I'm gonna go grab some benches. I'll see you guys in a minute. Look how big those things are. Isn't that awesome? So I have, oh, there we go. I now have 3 benches, one here, one there, and then one there. All that the school allowed me to be able to put inside of my classroom, which I'm very excited about. And these suckers are heavy. There is some dirt at the bottom, so I have to go around and just kind of clean those up. But y'all look. Look how good it looks. Look, isn't that awesome? We're thinking about getting some type of, you know those big huge spin wheels, the ones that they put like big wires on that people use like as coffee tables? Putting one of those there to give it some other look to it. You're doing it. So that's what I want to put right there in the middle. And then my husband wanted the flags up here. Now these flags are going to end up changing up just a little bit, because we're going to have them actually match the house colors that we have in our house, like this house colors, not Harry Potter colors. So this is what it looks like. We kind of took it away from the wall. It's not absolutely perfect, but we were just kind of playing with it a little bit. So you guys tell me, what do you guys think? I guess that means now that we won't have the branches, but maybe I can like do several pots and have branches coming out of it. I want to do branches, can you tell? So like having the branches come, does that make sense? And then he said to put some vines in between each of the flags. So we'll have like 3 sets, one here, one there, and then one there. But it's different from last year where I had actual pennant banders, which my husband actually hated. So you guys let me know, what do you think? Do you like that? I don't know. But I'm really liking this little area. This is gonna be very nice. We're gonna do some research, and you guys can tell me too, but we're gonna do some research on how to get this from stop fray so it doesn't fray, and the kids won't constantly be ripping it out. So I have like one piece that's like way over here. So if you know a trick, and I almost thought like burning it, but my husband said he didn't know about that. So if you know a trick to get it to stop fraying, see, you can see it already right there, so that the edges stay nice and clean, that would be awesome. So the big project that I'm gonna do now to try to get done is hanging up the flowers that we ended up making. So I only have 4 big flowers. Tonight I'm gonna go home and sit in front of the TV, watch some Ozark, and try to make more flowers with my husband. He's gonna be helping. He doesn't know that yet. So here's where I'm gonna put them. So the flowers are going to be coming up into it and kind of like treading off into this top piece of it. So I'm gonna start building it up here and then adding some there. I might just kind of put these sporadically, I'm not sure yet. Here's how I'm gonna do it, because I don't want to put hot glue on this wall. It already has a little bit of damage from, I guess, tape or something that somebody's put up there before, but I don't want to add more damage to it. Staples are a pretty good choice for me because they are so small. So what I decided is I'm going to actually take a construction card, like a cardstock. I'm going to staple it where I want it, and then I'm going to hot glue the flower to this actual paper. Does that make sense? Lane, put it back. I love, oh, the air conditioner, fan. Sorry, let me turn the fan off so you guys can hear me. I am loving the look of the flowers. That's 4 flowers, y'all. I have a lot of flowers that I need to make. Oh my gosh, it's gonna have to like be filled, but it is so pretty. That's gonna be my goal this week, is to finish these flowers. Wow, that's gonna be pretty. That looks cool. I love it. What do you guys think? Do you like the colors? It really adds a pop inside of the classroom. I feel like this one's gonna need a little extra love and attention over here, but it looks really, really cool. Very happy with it.
Hey, what's this towel? I know what's this towel. Hey, boy, stop!
So I made a couple more flowers. And that kind of felt like it took me forever. So I'm not gonna make any more flowers here at the school. I'm actually gonna just I have tons of cardstock at home, and I'm just gonna make some flowers at home, and have my husband help me later on this evening. But I'm liking it. I'm a little bit sad at, do you see how like this one's a little bit droopy? I don't know how to make it to not be droopy. So I'm gonna have to figure something out for that. But other than that, I'm really, really loving the flowers and just the color that it adds into the room. I think it looks really good. I did try to add, let me get on up here. I did try to add 1 leaf. The paper's just not big enough. I'm gonna need some like massive paper to make like really big leaves, because it just doesn't add much of an effect. Hey, Lainey, like, do you guys see the leaf up there? See that leaf? It just doesn't add too much of an effect over there. So I need to figure out a way to add a little bit more. I don't know. Yeah, that looks so much better. So now I'm just not gonna add any that go that direction, because I felt I felt like the leaves were coming out way too far here, and it was blocking these flowers that were on this side. So I don't, it's getting pretty close to lunchtime, so I'm gonna have to head out because I have the boys with me and I know they're getting sick of being in here, especially with the heat. Good news, guys, tomorrow the electricity is going to be out from 7 to 11, but that's because they're actually going to be putting on the new chillers. So we could be getting an AC after 11 o'clock. I am so excited. I'm just going to come like in the afternoon versus coming early in the morning and just get some work done at home. So I'm going to be, before I head out, I wanted to show you a couple of things because we did get a couple of other things brought in from the house that I really wanted to show you what it looked like inside of the classroom. Okay, so here's the other black lantern that I have here. I'm not sure if I'm gonna leave those there, but I really do like the look of it. And then I have one here that has like small branches, but I just wish they were up bigger. You know what I mean? Like I would want them taller, like and I'm not sure what I think about it. Maybe I could just put it in a different spot in the room, but you guys can let me know. So there's that piece right there. There are the flowers that just kind of really add a pop. This is a hot mess. And then I wanted to show you my cart. So my husband took it to my brother-in-law's car shop, and they took a really long one where you can actually move these, that you put them inside of actual file cabinets, and they just chopped it off. So now it's nice and stuck in there. It's really, really sturdy. It doesn't stay in there, but y'all, this thing does not move. So what I'm gonna do right now is I'm actually just gonna put some file folders to show you guys what this ends up looking like now at the very end. Oh my gosh, look how awesome. Now, question is do I want to put my 30-day folders in here? Yes, I do. Alright, so I need all my months first. Boom. Done. There it is, guys. Look at that. It looks awesome. I am so stinking excited. How cool does that look? And I already have it set for the days. Everything's in order and it's ready to go for the school year. Now all I have to do is put all of the other things back in. There it is, guys. Check that out. Look how good it looks, and it has everything that I need for the beginning of the school year, and it is ready to go. So its little home is going to be right over there where I'm teaching every single day. My battery is straight up flashing. I am going to go ahead and end the day for today here. I'm going to clean up, go home, and so I will see you guys tomorrow, hopefully with air conditioning. I made it home just in time before the rain started actually like pouring down, and then y'all, like, let me tell you, it rained, and it rained hard. So we have been out of power for maybe about an hour or so now. I ended up calling the electric company, all that good jazz. We kind of hung out, we played Dutch Blitz, which is so much fun. By the way, if you don't have that game, you need to get it. Anywho, so we were hanging out, we're deciding what we want to do, and we said, you know what, let's go to the store, let's go run some errands. And as we're like all getting ready to go, do you see that tree right there? That tree fell onto our power lines. So we have now been out of power, and my neighbor's tree has now fallen onto our power lines and on our shed, kind of. Like, we don't know if there's any damage. It doesn't look like there's any damage to our shed, but it's on there. So, story of my life. So we're looking at a really, really long time without power. The electric company is going to come down, cut down the tree. We've unplugged all of our electronics just because we don't want like our TVs and our computers to really get damaged if there was supposed to be like a big boom. So that has been done. Now we are, I think, just gonna go hang out at my mother-in-law's and wait until we get some power. They're gonna be notifying us once we do, so cross your fingers that we get some power pretty soon, because I need to make some flowers. All right, good morning everyone. It is 7:30 in the morning, and we still have no power at my house. After I had talked to you guys, I don't think I remember telling you guys this, but after I had talked to you about how we had been out of power for about an hour, the tree in my neighbor's yard fell on top of the power lines and on top of our shed. So we've been out of power for a very long time. We're currently on our way to go to my mother-in-law's place so that we can take showers and eat and have a little bit of internet and recharge our phones. So I need to give you guys a little bit of a life update. So it is probably like 2:15. Go sit down. Don't do that. Go take your shoes off. Yeah, so it's about 2:15 in the afternoon, and I have about 2 hours to work in my classroom because the school closes at 4 o'clock, and today is the last day to be able to get any work done. This morning I kind of like really quick, because I was at a stoplight, told you guys that I was headed to my mother-in-law's because we still did not have power. I got to the house probably about 10 o'clock and the power had come on, so we got the kids back. But I had a couple of things that I had to get done. So we had to eat lunch, and then on top of that, I had to work on my homeowner's insurance. So we had to trim a tree down that was like hanging on our roof for our patio, because our homeowner's insurance said that they needed that to get trimmed or we would be denied our insurance. So we had to get that done this morning, or actually this afternoon, and we couldn't do it yesterday or this morning because we didn't have any power and our cutter is electric. So we had to get that done. Finally got that done, got everything sent off to our insurance company because I had to take some pictures for that, so I had it sent off to my insurance company. I also had to finish getting my son registered for his school. So his previous school just opened up this week. They have been closed pretty much since, you know, school ended, and they finally opened up again this week, and I was able to go in, get him withdrawn from his previous school, and then get him registered into his new school. So between not having power, having to get my son registered for school, and then also having to get my insurance taken care of, and then dealing with a tree that had fallen on our shed, it was just, it's been a very, very crazy week, and I'm feeling frantic. I don't even know if frantic's the right word. I just feel very stressed. Like I can feel my heart pounding, like I'm just very stressed. I feel like there's like a lush bath in my future because I am like stressing out at the moment. So I'm finally at the school. Like I said, I have about 2 hours to be able to get some work done. I did put up some flowers that my husband and I made while we were at my mother-in-law's this morning. So I got a few of those up. Let me show you guys what they look like because they look so pretty. So we had those two little ones, this one, and this one, that have all now been put up, and it's coming together, but I'm gonna need way more flowers than what I originally anticipated. But I'm very happy with the final product. That like the final piece of it, I can kind of see it in my brain of how it's gonna come out, and I think it's gonna look great. So I've been working on that. My partner has also been here, and we've been just kind of chit-chatting on a few things. And while we were doing that, I tried out one of the tips that you guys had given me about my carpet. I think I put it on IG, or maybe I googled it, I can't remember. I've done one of them. Either way, I found the information on what I needed. But I don't know if you guys remember how I said that this is a pretty cheap carpet and it frays. Like this piece will like come and pull out, and it constantly does that. So I went and took my hot glue gun and I just went along the edge and I just put a little strip of hot glue, and now it's not fraying anymore, which is nice. And it's not like a big ugly, well, that part is ugly because it's a big glob. Apparently I need to be a little bit more delicate with my glue. Anywho, but I think this is gonna work. Now I just have to go around the entire perimeter of the rug, oh Lord, the whole rug, and get the strip of hot glue down so that the kids are not sitting there and picking at it. But I think that's gonna work, so that's good. So I feel like what I'm gonna do now, I could either do one of two things. You see my kids back there. I could do one of two things. I can either, one, work on more flowers and get those done, or I can try to pick up my room a little bit because it's a tad bit messy, which I'm feeling like is what I need to get done. I think I'm gonna pick up my room just for a little bit because it's a mess. So I am going to now put this into a fast mode so that you guys can watch me clean my mess. been able to get a ton done. Although I did clean up my room pretty well. Sorry about my hair, guys, but y'all, it's like, it's really hot. So unfortunately, the AC units can't get turned on until after they put a fence around it, because it's outside now. So after they put the fence around it, which I'm hoping like Monday or Tuesday is what they're now saying, we'll be able to get some AC up on here. But then I'll have like more energy. I feel like just the heat just drains you and I just get really tired. Anywho, so I'm gonna leave the flowers the way they are right now. They're looking really, really pretty. So many people are coming into my room saying that they love them, because that's like the first thing that you see as soon as you come into the room. So I'm really loving that. And I did get to clean up this little area before. I just put the 2 trees up here. I'm not sure if they're actually gonna stay there or not. Where are you going with that? And then I have like a bunch of my read aloud books that I'm not quite sure what I want to do with them just yet. So they're kind of hanging out in the boxes for right now. I'm thinking they're gonna go in this closet that's over here, but I have to clean it out first. Look at this. I'm loving this little view. I like it. I'm very happy with this, guys. I moved the big tree over here just so that when you walk in, you're not greeted by a table and then a huge tree at the same time. It feels a little bit more open when you walk in. So it just kind of, it's better that way. Oh, did I tell you guys that we're not doing the 4 as closets anymore? So we decided to have each homeroom just go directly to their homeroom, drop their things off, and then they're all gonna come meet inside of this room. So we'll see how it works. We're gonna try it out at the beginning of the year. Y'all, we can always change it if we need to change it. It's not a big deal. So we're gonna just test it for right now. So I only need to have those 2 closets emptied out for my homeroom. And then the other 2 are gonna remain to be like storage closets, that type deal. I got stuck talking with my partner teacher. They are about to close up the school, so I have to get going. But I'm very happy with everything. The tree's there. I don't have any more time, but guys, hold up with me because we are gonna head up to the house. I'm gonna show you how to make those flowers. So stay tuned. Don't leave me. Okay, so I'm gonna show you guys exactly how to make these huge, look at that. It's like, it's gigantic. It looks really big on the screen. I went online and I completely just started Googling giant paper flowers. And I took bits and pieces and kind of learned what was absolute key when making these. And those are some of the tips that I'm gonna share with all of you. Now, you can totally go out and Google giant paper flowers, and I'm pretty sure you're gonna be able to find some amazing flowers out there. So I'm gonna show you the basics of how I do it. What you're gonna need are some scissors, different color paper, a circle cut out of a poster board, a hot glue gun. Those are the only things that you're gonna need. And you can first decide on how exactly you want to make your petals for your flower. I have some examples of the ones that I was using, and we've just been playing around with some different types of shapes and looking to see if we like them. So you could do a pretty skinny version. This is a fatter version at the bottom that comes up to a little bit of a point. This is skinny in the bottom, gets really big. This looks like, you know, I feel like this is like your typical flower petal. I don't know. And then this is like an awkward shape. I don't know. But we played with a lot of these, and these typically work really well with our flowers. So what I want to do is make it kind of pop out of the page. So we're going to make them into that 3D effect. So the very first thing, they're cutting trees down next door. Guess I'm gonna come back to you in a minute. All right, we got a break from them trying to shred trees. Okay, so the very first thing that you want to do is cut out your shape. I went on ahead and cut out 2 different sizes. I did a bigger size in the 2 different shades of pink, and then I did a smaller size. So when I make these flowers, I literally just freehand it. So I'm gonna show you guys exactly how I go through. Sometimes they are pretty close to being the same, and other times they're not. So that's all I do, is I just cut out some type of a shape. I'm going with the like traditional flower petal is what I kind of feel like it looks like. And then here's like the key to making this work and making it look 3D is you have to cut a slit here at the very bottom. So you see I just cut a nice little slit. And then what happens is you're going to fold it. And the minute you fold it, do you see how it kind of starts to pop out at you there? And the more you fold it together, the taller it's gonna sit. The smaller amount that you do, the more it kind of falls back a little bit. I'm going to probably do, I don't know, probably about right in the middle. So it's not too far back, not too far up like this, straight forward, where it almost looks like a chair. And then it's not so far back that it's like about to fall off. Okay, I think they're done. So I'm just gonna do it probably halfway. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take one little side right here where the slit is, and I'm gonna just put a nice little thread of hot glue, just like that. And now I'm going to fold this piece over like this and glue that down. Be careful, I have burnt myself multiple times with this. And now what you do is you do that to all the other ones. So I'm gonna do the exact same thing with all of the other petals that I have cut. Okay, I really quick want to note that you can also fold it in half like so, and it will add another effect to it. And then you can bend these to then really make it look different than some of the others. I'm really liking this look actually. I think that looks really cool. But I also wanted to give you guys that little note. I am gonna be bending a lot of these petals once I start kind of getting them into place, because I'm not quite sure. I never really go in knowing exactly what I'm gonna do with these flowers. And I end up kind of playing with it until I figure out what I like. Okay, so I have all of these done. Now what I'm gonna do is I am going to take that poster board that I made into my circle, and I'm gonna start arranging and gluing some of these down. So I really do think I like that kind of half look. So I'm gonna just bend the ones that I've already glued in half, and then I'm gonna bend these little ends back a little bit, just to give it a different look. And now I'm going to take this, add some glue at the bottom, start placing it on my circle. And I kind of find a spot that I just want to start with, and then I just go. I just do it. I don't think a lot about how I'm doing it. I just start gluing things down. I'm not much of a prepper. And then I will overlap them just a little bit. And then sometimes you'll see kind of like how this one is doing it. I may have to add another piece of glue to make it sit a little bit better. Okay, so I have kind of a little pattern going on now. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start doing an inner version of just doing the pinks now, and I'm not gonna do the hot pinks anymore because I don't have enough of that color. So now I'm just gonna do this pink and go along on the inside to give it another layer. Look how pretty that one is. I did a fold and a bend, fold and bend, fold and bend. Alright, now I have the two layers so far with the really big flowers that I've done, the big petals that I've finished. Now what I'm going to do is take that smaller one. If I had a medium one, I would go through and do a medium one. But I'm going to take my smaller version, and I've done two different types of crimpling, I guess is what I could say, with them. One of them is that same that I've done with the large one, where the petals kind of go out, and then I've done some that go in, and I'm going to show you guys what I do with these. I'm going to work specifically with this version right now, and I'm going to do a layer on the inside using these smaller ones. Okay, there's what it looks like now. With the ones that are facing inward, I'm going to kind of finish it off. I'm going to give it that little center piece. But these are all going to be facing each other, so it's going to create, oh, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do it in my hand, but it's going to kind of create this little effect to it. Now, there are different versions as well, like just with the petals, the same way that there are different ways that you can finish off this little centerpiece. Some of the ways that I've done them in my classroom is I've taken a piece of paper where I've just kind of cut strips and then I've curled them, and then you can hot glue this in there. Another version, I guess, is same thing where you can cut strips, but instead of curling them, I left them that way and I just kind of flattened them with my hand a little bit to kind of give it that cool effect to it. And then another version that you can do is taking a piece of paper, folding it in half, and then rolling it up and then fluffing these out right here, and that also gives it a really cool different look, so that you can kind of vary what you do with all of your different flowers. I'm gonna stick with using petals for this one, but those are also some really great options that you guys can use. So then you have this really cool look to your flower. So that's it, guys. That's pretty much how I have been making all of my flowers. I really just kind of play with them a lot and figure out, you know, what are some of the different types of petals, and just kind of play with different ways of cutting out paper and hot gluing it down on a piece of circle. So that's pretty much it. But I really like this one. This one's really cute. I'm pretty impressed with it. Okay, so I am gonna go ahead and end it here. I hope you guys enjoyed this little tutorial. I have a ton more flowers that I need to make for my classroom so that I can get them finished for next week and start working on a new project in my room. So please make sure to give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed seeing how to make these flowers. Like it, subscribe it, and no, that's not what I wanted. Please make sure to give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed seeing how to make these flowers. Be sure to subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you guys really, really soon.